Good morning, everyone. Today I want to talk about a fascinating concept, the idea that we have the power to live in any state of consciousness. Now, when we think about consciousness, we often associate it with our thoughts, perceptions, and emotions in our waking reality. But consciousness is much more than just a passive reflection of the world around us. It is the lens through which we experience life, and it is malleable. Imagine for a moment that your consciousness is like a spectrum. On one end, you have states of fear, stress, or confusion. These states might feel heavy or limiting, but they are still within your reach. On the other end, you have states of clarity, peace, love, and joy. Higher frequencies of being where we feel aligned, present, and fulfilled. Here's the incredible thing. We have the ability to shift between these states of consciousness. It's not something reserved for the few or the enlightened. It's within every single one of us. In fact, we are constantly moving between these states, often without realizing it. The question is, how can we become more intentional about this? The first step in being able to live in any state of consciousness is awareness. We need to observe ourselves. Are we feeling anxious, reactive, or fearful? Are we experiencing moments of peace and joy? Simply becoming aware of the state you're in allows you to step back and reflect. From that place of awareness, you can decide whether you want to shift your consciousness. Mindfulness practices like meditation or deep breathing are tools that help us return to the present moment and access a state of calm. By practicing mindfulness, we train ourselves to observe our thoughts without judgment, allowing us to move from one state to another with intention. It's a practice of awareness that says, I am not my thoughts are just passing through. The beauty of this is that we have a choice. We are not victims of our circumstances or our emotions. Even in moments of challenge, we can shift our state of mind. If you find yourself overwhelmed with stress, you have the power to refocus your attention. If you're feeling stuck, you can choose to break free by shifting your thoughts and emotions towards something that elevates you. This might mean taking a walk, engaging in a creative activity, or simply choosing gratitude. The simple act of choosing can be transformative. It empowers us to move beyond reactive patterns and consciously shape the experiences we have. Even in moments of hardship, there's an opportunity to change the state of your consciousness by shifting your perspective. Our beliefs shape our state of consciousness. If we believe we are stuck, unhappy, or incapable, then that will be our reality. But if we believe that joy, peace, and growth are possible, we align ourselves with those possibilities. Visualization is another powerful tool. By visualizing yourself in a higher state of consciousness, whether that's being calm, confident, or fulfilled, you begin to attract those experiences into your life. Your mind doesn't know the difference between a vividly imagined scenario and reality. This means you can practice living in the state you desire by mentally rehearsing it, bringing that experience into your waking world. Consciousness is not static. We experience a spectrum of emotions every day, from joy to sorrow, excitement to fear. Each emotion has its place. Rather than suppressing or avoiding emotions, we can embrace them as messengers. By allowing ourselves to fully feel and process emotions, we clear the way for our consciousness to return to its natural, balanced state. The key is emotional freedom. Don't be afraid to feel. Don't label emotions as good or bad. See them as signals that provide valuable information, and from there move toward the emotional states you want to experience. Over time, you'll learn to shift from one emotion to the next, consciously. Finally, we can live in any state of consciousness when we connect with something greater than ourselves. This could be a spiritual practice, a connection to nature, or even the deep bond between loved ones. When we tap into a higher sense of purpose, we align ourselves with the expansive, infinite possibilities of consciousness. When we see ourselves as part of something larger, we begin to experience the world through the lens of unity and compassion. We move from a limited state of consciousness to an expansive one. We stop defining ourselves by our small, individual experience and instead recognize the interconnectedness of all things. In conclusion, the state of consciousness we choose to live in is not a matter of chance. It's a matter of choice. Through awareness, mindfulness, the power of belief, emotional freedom, and connection, we have the ability to shift our consciousness to match the reality we wish to create. So remember this: You are not bound by your current state of mind. You can shift it, you can evolve it, you can live in a state of peace, joy, and empowerment. The power is in your hands.